Hello and welcome to the Radio Scilly video news. Sign up to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/Radio Scilly for updates on what's happening around the islands and video reports featuring the people and places you know. Our video report is brought to you in association with Truro and Penwith College. Sign up to the Scilly Lottery and you've a 1 in 2,000 chance of winning £1,000. You can play if you live on the mainland. It helps keep Radio Scilly on air and funds good causes around the islands. Read more at scillylottery.com.
The Scilly Lottery, thecillylottery.com.
Senior officials from the Government Office of the South West and the European Commission have met in Scilly to discuss progress in the £400 million Economic Development Fund for the islands in Cornwall. The Convergence Programme team had their first ever meeting in Scilly. The Convergence Programme follows on from Objective 1 funding and is designed to raise our standard of living because at the moment both Scilly and Cornwall are below the average income levels for Europe. Cohen Delange has travelled from Brussels to see our islands for the first time and meet in Scilly with other members of the Convergence Programme.
I am here because I'm representing the European Commission in tomorrow's Programme Monitoring Committee meeting of the Convergence Programme for Cornwall and the Isles of Scilly.
So where have you travelled from to come here today?
Oh, I travelled actually from Brussels this morning to Bristol and then on to the Isles of Scilly.
Now the Convergence Programme obviously covers the islands, but I'm guessing it's quite different from some of the areas around the EU that you visit to look at the monitoring of programmes. What's your first impression of Scilly?
First of all, it's a very nice place. When you look at it, it's really bright. But of course, it has its particular problems, being, let's say, a set of rather isolated islands outside the English coast. That has an impact on the economic activity that one can develop here.
And for people who aren't aware of European funding streams, why is the Convergence funds, why is the project important to people in Cornwall and Scilly, would you say?
Actually, the Convergence Programme, which is part funded by the Regional Development Fund and part by the Social Fund, is investing in businesses, is investing in skills, is trying to stimulate economic activity, so to make sure that Cornwall and the Isles of Scilly can catch up with the rest of the UK and Europe.
The party looked at the Porthmelon Industrial Estate and other projects that could receive financial support, including the quay, which should be redeveloped under the Route Partnership project. They also watched the landing craft bring heavy equipment ashore at the Rechabite Slip on St Mary's for the school build project. The vessel came ashore on Town Beach and then heavy equipment was moved up to the school site at Carngwavel.